No video yesterday. I was losing my voice. I'd been allergies and coughing all day, which reminds me I need to take allergy medicine. But and then just really wasn't anything that happened except that I was on the phone all day, or I was returning that computer, which is I got cleared up finally, and so I didn't. I didn't do much of anything, well, which was carrying on from Thursday, where I was trying to intentionally tone it back a bit and just not, try to tackle this list of things that I just haven't tackled. I really need to I need to implement GTD and do it and try to lower the stress factor on all this stuff. I wonder if they have a lynda.com course on that. I bet they do. We'll have to check that out. Anyway, I have more to do now. I can study more classes. That's just what I need. So what I'm doing this morning is I sat down to try to... I successfully put our 2012 books into zero, and now I'm moving on into 2013. Now, that may seem like no big deal. 2012 was easy because in 2012 we didn't do anything. Well, we did do things, but in 2012 we had just formed and we didn't have a camp planned until 2013. So we wouldn't have even accepted registrations for camp until January of 2013. So in 2012 it's really just basic stuff, maybe a few things, setting up websites or transferring money around from savings or taking a few donations. But really, at the end of the year, 2013, we had $216 in the bank, and that was not a problem. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money, but again, you're a not-for-profit. We're not trying to rake in the cash. What we're trying to do is to have the right foundation, and so we had set our fees for camp so that they would cover expenses correctly, or at least we hoped we had, and then donations for providing camp grants to parents so that they can send their kids to camp who couldn't afford it. Anyway, so that's where it starts getting complicated. I have a basic understanding of a very basic understanding of bookkeeping, but frankly, I'm at a loss for figuring out how you take a grant that you have in your pocket, my pocket, the nonprofit's pocket, I should say, and granting it to someone without physically giving it to them. So in other words, here you go, I'm giving you a grant for $500, which is really a coupon code because that's just the way the registration system works. Then they go to the registration system and check out. They only pay $85 and redeem the $500 coupon, which is now them putting the grant. So it's going from our grant funds to them and then back into the operational funds so that they can pay for the actual stuff of the camp. I know that there's a process of balancing that out and then back in, but I haven't figured it out yet. So I have broken down, and I now have a Kindle book on nonprofit accounting, which is highly rated, but how exciting can that be? So my family are at school this morning doing a sort of new hiring event at my wife's school, and so I am here with my exciting Kindle book. Do I look like I'm going to cry? Because I feel like I'm going to cry. We've stopped in at Kohl's to find some clothing for James and Michelle for my brother-in-law's wedding coming up in June, and also for honor roll night at school. And turns out they have electric charging stations here. Let's see how well that's worked out for them. Oh, I see the cord's cut there. Oh, and it's cut on that one too. Oh, that's still got the cord. Oh yes, but that one's cut. And then this car parking in the spot is not an electric car. Meanwhile, James was just having way too much fun trying on clothes. I suppose I'm a little, I don't know, not with it, out of date, old-fashioned, all of those things, but I grew up watching TV, as people my age did, color TV, and we had some expectations of our color TV, and I think what you would say is that it's traditionally very balanced color. I guess it's the best. It's an attempt at an accurate representation of the color. And I can always remember that when we'd watch stuff from Britain, the colors were always much more vibrant and different looking, but I have subsequently learned that that was either the film stock that they used, or it was possibly something in post-production, the grading technique, the labs that they used, or it could simply be that the sky has always got that beautiful diffuse overcast sun that would be causing the colors to be prettier as opposed to some of the harsh light we get here. Any way you go about it, that's what I think of. But in many years now, television has been applying looks to their images to give them different feels. Sometimes they're subtle, sometimes they're not so subtle. And I've been taking these lynda.com courses and Final Cut Pro 10 and now working on color correcting again. I know we talked about that a while ago, but I'm taking the more in-depth courses on color correcting now and looking at how applying looks and I obviously know how to do it, but I'm not sure, I can't wrap my head around why. Why do I want to look like I've got a bleach bypass? Is it, I could see it in a certain circumstance where you're conveying something in the storytelling. I'm on an alien planet, or I'm emotionally detached, or something that comes up that you would want to play with the scene. But to just apply it as a universal color grading across a show to create a unique look, I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, 3 days in a row now, I've basically fallen asleep on the sofa and found myself almost completely exhausted to the point of just falling asleep on the sofa. Today, being Saturday, we didn't do much, as you can see, but I slept. I slept a lot, and that helps. Although I'm still, I did a lot of phone talking yesterday when I shouldn't have, and now I'm paying the price. So, anyway, remember, like, comment, and subscribe, as if you weren't expecting that. And we'll see you next time, hopefully with more to report. Chimmery chew. Goodbye.